Alright, so these uniforms have been done for a while, but I think it's finally time I get a chance to rank the new uniforms that came out in 2020. In this list, I'm not including Colts because they really didn't come out with new uniforms. They put like a black swoosh on their uniform and like the little redesign of like the Colts borderline font that you can't even see on the jersey. So it's not really worth considering putting on this list. But it's time to rank the teams that did get actual like new uniform concepts, which includes the Patriots, the Browns, the Rams, the Chargers, the Falcons, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So let's kick this off. In last place is the Atlanta Falcons. I just don't like these uniforms, to be honest, like at all. The numbers don't really work for me on these. And then you have like the big Atlanta on the chest. Not even Atlanta. It's just the big ATL on the chest, which just makes them even worse for me. I don't like that at all. And then you have the red gradient type jerseys. It's just like, why are we doing this? This doesn't even make sense. You're trying to be a little bit flashy, a little bit different, but it doesn't work. And these uniforms just really just need redone quickly. And honestly, it can do it pretty quickly too. You just need to like change the font out, maybe put like a box type number font in. Not even change the really number font out. You gotta remove that borderline color you have behind the numbers. It's just ridiculous. I don't like that at all. Remove that big ATL and just put like Atlanta or Falcons and kind of like a boxy font as well. Honestly, if you want to look at this concept, like right here, I'm going to put this on the screen. This concept right here is kind of what it needs to be. I kind of really like these uniforms. And of course, the red just needs to be like a little darker. But these uniforms look pretty good, and I bet they look pretty good on the field as well. And if you're going to do Atlanta Falcons uniform, this would be it. Alright, so next we've got the LA Rams. So the Rams did like this whole new rebrand type thing. I'm sure everyone's seen it by now. And we're going to start this thing off with this logo. Which one, of course, is absolutely atrocious. Everybody knows which one I'm talking about for that one. And the other one's kind of cool that some people don't really know about. Most people do, but some don't. And, okay, so, you know, the one that's atrocious, of course, is the LA logo that has, like, that could be the freaking Chargers ones. It's not the best. If they were the Chargers, they'd probably look better, too. So, there's that. And then the one that looks kind of cool is the one that's kind of like the Ram skull head one, because it's more like a realistic skull ram head, and I kind of like it. And honestly, if they would just use that logo as their main logo, just throw away the LA one, this would be a pretty good logo. And then we move on to their uniforms. And Rams uniforms weren't that bad. They just really need to fix the number font and like the color fade on the jerseys to not make them look like XFL jerseys. Because this is the NFL, not the XFL. XFL is where you're supposed to do those fun tacky designs, and people would say it looks good. NFL, you're supposed to be looking a little bit more professional, not as tacky designish type things, just more professional, more suited to be on the field, and that's what like we look for in NFL jerseys compared to XFL jerseys. So just fix that color fade on the numbers and fix the number font, and get rid of the off-white Delaware jerseys. They'd be better if just like plain white. And I got to say, I kind of love what they did with their helmets, and they actually look better than before. So basically, all they've got to do is go with one color numbers, block font for the numbers and the uniforms, and just have that skull ram head as the main logo. And then this team would probably be higher on the list, and the rebrand probably would have been successful. And that brings me to the next team on this list, the New England Patriots. So these uniforms, they look fine, but I feel like you could do so much better with the Patriots uniform being red, white, and blue. Like this concept, for example, right here. If maybe you just switch this silver to white, but these are like pretty clean uniforms right here. And especially once you get a look at how the sleeve is just like a little wavy Patriot tail at the end. These are just so good and like so on detail of like what I would like for Patriots uniforms. But the ones the Patriots just released were kind of just meh and not that interesting, since there really wasn't that much change. But I guess a little change is better than no change, especially if you're going to a whole different generation since Tom Brady left. So you have to change your uniforms because of that. But other than that, I think the concept would be a lot better. Then that brings me to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And honestly, I thought the Bucs' own uniforms were a good idea, like a good concept. They just weren't able to take that idea and concept, it feels like, and take it to the production level that it could have been taken to. Which makes them release these basically like their old uniforms before the old uniforms before, if you understand what I'm saying. So, once again, it's just kind of meh for me. I do appreciate the pewter gray, but I think you need to put some creamsicle orange into your uniforms, like just a little bit. For example, like this concept, I think looks amazing. You include the pewter and the creamsicle, which is an automatic win. Plus, I just like the design he did with it and in the pants as well. And of course, they would have been better if we would have been able to see like a red jersey for this concept too. But this is what I wish the Buccaneers uniforms would really look like. I wish the Tampa Bay Buccaneers take notes off this because these uniforms look clean. But other than that, hopefully the Buccaneers release creamsicle uniform. But anyways, just bring us to our next one. And the next one is the Cleveland Browns. And Cleveland honestly did the right thing for the worst color scheme in history of professional sports by just going to old school unis. So I just wish they would have added like some old school logo on the helmet to go along with the like stripes they have going down the center of the helmet. Also, you were to put the team name and like a script font and put like Cleveland right here, like just have like script though. I think that would look pretty cool. Or do Browns instead. And I think if you do like this concept font and just look at this concept, if you put this concept font and just plug it onto your uniforms, I think they look pretty unique, especially with the old school Browns logo helmet to go with it. So you have the logo on the side, the stripes in the middle, and then you got that classic Cleveland uniform, like old school style, but still a little modern style in it. It's just to give a classic feel, especially for just a terrible color scheme. And maybe this could actually become permanent uniforms for them, and you don't really have to redesign them that often, as much as they have been these past 10 years. Which then, of course, brings us to the Chargers. And easily, they're the winners of the whole thing. Of course, it's not hard to mess up one of the best uniforms in the first place, but all they really did was make them look more modern and sleek. Basically just removing the border color along the bolts on the sleeves and the pants, so it just made them like blend more easily and look better. And like the transition is a lot nicer now in my opinion. And I'm honestly not the biggest fan of putting the number on the helmet to go with the logo, but it's okay, I guess. Like if it's just numbers, yeah, it looks good. But with the logo, I just question it a little bit. I don't think it looks as good. But it's okay. And I don't think you can really do bad with a Chargers uniform, especially when you got that powder blue going with it. It just looks clean. And you can't really do much better than this. So, from last to first, let's go through this list. We had the Falcons, which is just I don't like them. It just redesign them. The Rams, just a little things need tweaked here and there, and they'd be okay. The Pats, I just wish the Pats and the Bucks, like right next to each other, I just wish they'd go more out there. I know the Bucks already tried, but they're kind of boring, and Bucks forgot about the orange. So, and then you have the Browns, great go old style. Just wish they'd turn it back a little bit more too. And the Chargers, can't go wrong with this. You can't really do much better than what the Chargers do with their uniforms. So that's my list of the new uniforms that got released this past year, of course, without the Colts, because it was literally just a number tweak, so it's not like it's that big a deal, even though some of these teams could use a number tweak, like the Rams. But anyways, if you guys agree or disagree with my opinion, make sure to put your thoughts and comments down below, and let's have a nice friendly argument down there. And of course, if you guys have a suggestion for another video, make sure to put the comment down below, and who knows, your suggestion may end up be one of the next videos. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to click the link down there. You have Instagram, Twitter, Discord, and Patreon. And of course, just make sure to keep the sports weed flowing throughout the day.